Am I allowed to renovate a tax lien property? That's a very good question, by the way. In this video, I'm going to show you all the do's and don'ts when it comes to tax lien certificates. I think there's a lot of misinformation, if you will, on what you can and can't do with tax liens versus tax deeds. When do I get the property? All that good stuff. In this video, I'm going to show you what's allowed, what's not allowed, when to take advantage of the property as far as possession, when not to, what your responsibilities are at. Everything you need to know will be encapsulated in this short little video. Oh, and by the way, stick around to the very end and I'll show you exactly how to benefit from it. I got a little gift for you. Let's put it that way. And thumbs up, subscribe. Most importantly, I think send this to a friend if you think somebody's going to enjoy this. If you have a question, I answer all the questions in there. So let's go from there. So the question is, when am I allowed to renovate a property if a tax lien certificate? If I buy a tax lien certificate, you're not doing really anything. You're just giving the money to the county because a property owner has failed to pay property taxes. So let me back up. A tax lien certificate is a first position lien on a property due to delinquent property taxes. And over, I don't know, about 2,000 jurisdictions around the United States, they say when a property owner is 1 year delinquent on the property taxes, the county government can hold a sale. At that sale, they can offer those delinquent taxes up to people like you and me. I am not buying somebody's property. In fact, the property owner probably doesn't even know this is going on. I hope the county knows. Okay, so what happens is this. The county says, hey, we need this money, and so we're going to go ahead and offer this sale. What do we need this money for? We need it for most important thing is schools. 65% goes towards schools, roads, bridges, fire departments. So they said, we need this money. So after 1 year, we're going to offer those up. By you putting up the taxes to the county, you haven't caused anything to happen. All you've done is taken the county's place that needs the money. The county has already placed a lien on that property, and that interest rate, you can write this down, is going to be anywhere from about 16, 18, 20% return on your money. Now, I know there's higher ones out there. I just want to stick within this scope, and you'll see why in a minute. So what happens is I don't own the property. I don't have rights to the property. I don't need to visit the property. I don't need to talk to the property owner. None of that is necessary because they still owe the money to the county. So when they walk into the county to pay that off, they're paying to the county what's owed to the county. Once the county gets the money, they see that you're the lien holder of record, and they will issue a check within 5 to 10 business days for your full investment back plus the interest rate, 18, 20%. Not bad. Doesn't matter who gets elected president, doesn't matter who does not get elected president, doesn't matter what kind of things is happening overseas, the price of oil or anything. You're locked in. These are state mandated returns. So, well, when do you get a property? Well, every single county that offers tax lien certificates also says, okay, enough's enough. At a certain time frame, actually what you might want to write down is called a redemption period. So the property owner has a certain amount of time to go into the county to pay those delinquent taxes off. You can write this down if you like. That can be anywhere from about 1 year on the low side to about 3 years on the high side. So what that means is the property owner's delinquent on those taxes, they can come in anytime in the next 1, 2, or 3 years to pay off those delinquent taxes. Now, this isn't 18% divided by 3. It's 18% a year, so I don't really care when they come in. Here's the kicker. At the end of 3 years, 2 years, whatever that redemption period is, if the property owner has not paid off the property taxes, okay, you have the legal right as the lien holder because you're kind of taking the place of the county. You've given the money to the county, so you take the power of the county with you. It's like going up to Superman and saying, hey, I want to borrow your super strength for a minute, you know? And you say, you haven't paid the county, I'm acting as a county. You have the right to foreclose on that property. And you have a superior position to all liens and encumbrances, get this, including a mortgage. You heard me right, including a mortgage, a second, Aunt Martha, even the IRS. So what I do at that point is I say, okay, I want the property. I go ahead and hire somebody to start the foreclosure process. A few $1,000s, I say, here's some money. I'm going to start the foreclosure process. So maybe the lien was $2,000. Maybe it cost me $1,500 to foreclose on it. I'm in at $3,500. Now the property owner is responsible not only for the back taxes, but any costs that you've got involved, which would be the attorney, okay, plus the interest rate on top of that. If you didn't get that interest rate back, this wouldn't be a very good deal, right? If they decide, oh shoot, oh, got to pay this off, it's usually about a 60 to 90 day window period of time. If they don't come in during that time frame to pay off the back taxes, plus the interest rate, everything, because at that point, what you've done is you can't say, well, I've already got $2,000. How much do they owe on taxes total? The county's not going to let you foreclose on the property until you bring up, you the investor, bring up all the property taxes and pay them current. Now the property owner has to bring everything up at this point. And if they don't, during that 60 to 90 day windows, you make no mistake about it, you will own that property free and clear of all liens and encumbrances. Now, wait a second, how can you eliminate a mortgage? Because it's the law. Now, you're not going, I hope the mortgage never finds out about this. I mean, you're going through a judicial foreclosure, so they're sending out notifications to everybody that has a financial interest in that property. A financial interest in the property means the bank. It means the second. It means Aunt Martha, who loaned the kid, whatever, some money and put a lien against the house. It also means the IRS. Now, the IRS has a special circumstance. Instead of just 60 or 90 days, they get 120 days. Okay, if the IRS does not come in 120 days, again, there is no ambiguity. These laws are written literally like Moses from the Mount. Okay, this is the 11th commandment. If thou do not pay property taxes, somebody else is going to get it. This is how it works in the United States and has longer than we've been the United States of America. One of the oldest liens I saw, I wish I should have taken a picture of it because back then we didn't have the cell phones everywhere and stuff like that. You're looking at 1698. It was New York somewhere. I mean, again, these have been around a long time. That's why there is no ambiguity in this. But only at that point will you be able to do any rehab on the property. Your responsibilities to the property during the redemption period is a big fat zero. You do not have to contact the property owner. You don't have to rake the leaves, mow the lawn, get the tenants, clean up the yard, and all that stuff. You don't. Just put the money in there. Now, you do have to watch the stock market. Oh, wait, no, you don't. Oh, but you have to watch the oil markets. Wait, no, you don't. Oh, you need to know who took over what country and what the name of the country is. That screw up most Americans, okay? No, you do not. Doesn't matter what happens in the stock market, the bond market, the foreign markets, any markets whatsoever. This is why they call this one of the best kept secrets on investing in the United States. You know, one of the things that you've got to look at by just the information I've given you right here, in all reality, you've got enough information to make you dangerous. One of the things that makes tax liens so unique and so powerful is their state law, but every state interprets it differently. Every single state within the county does it differently. So you have to know when the county does this, when the liens are issued, when the sales happen, how you go to the auction. Is it live? Is it online? Do they want cashier's checks? All of these things are hypercritical when you're looking at investing in a tax lien or a tax deed. Like even the question, can I start rehabbing a property with a lien on it? Once you get into this, you'll go, oh, well, that didn't even make any sense on that. But it opens up a dialogue for other questions on there. If you have other questions, here's your little bonus. You go to Higgins Method, okay? HigginsMethod.com. My name, HigginsMethod.com. Go to the link down below. I guess it'll be easier. But HigginsMethod.com. You just click on that. Hit the free gift. I have a brand new course that I just put together on this that walks you from A to Z with support and everything else you need with that. Click on that and we'll see you at the other side. This is Saen Higgins saying good luck and God bless.